Welcome everyone to this latest installment of the River Cities Network presentation series, and a warm welcome to our new team from Bratislava in Slovakia. And the floor is yours, so to speak.
Okay, thank you very much. So good morning, everybody. And first of all, I'd like to thank you all for the possibility to introduce our plans, our ideas about the Bratislava Danube Park. Concerning the theme, it is going to be a part of Martin, because our presentation is going to be divided into two parts. The first part is my job, and it is to introduce you a little bit Slovakia and Bratislava and the River Danube, and then Martin will talk closer about the Danube Park. So the presentation should not definitely be longer than 40 minutes. Because I suppose that there might be a lot of people here from other corners of the world. I apologize a little bit. I will start with a brief lesson of geography, because our country is not very well known in the world. And so where it is first, this is Europe, obviously, and the green countries are member countries of European Union, and this small tiny country over here is Slovakia. So the population of our country is about 5.5 million. Okay, and there is a little bit of fun about our country, because there is another country in Europe which has a very similar name, and it is Slovenia, and many people confuse these two. So Slovakia is former Czechoslovakia, and it is this country, and Slovenia is former Yugoslavia. As you can see, we even do not have a common border, but our names are very similar. And to make it even more difficult, our national flags are quite similar too. Anyway, so today's talk is about this country, which is Slovakia. All right, when we get closer to Slovakia, we should talk about Bratislava, which is this city. It is the capital of our country, and it is situated at the southwestern part of the country, and it is literally at the boundary with Austria and also Hungary. This is a sort of a special feature, that we have boundaries with two countries within the city, basically. I was thinking what to say about Bratislava, and I selected one information from the history and one from today. From the history, actually, before I go to the history, let's say that the population of Bratislava is about 500,000, and it is quite ancient city, because it has more than 1,000 years long history. And from the history, maybe the easiest thing to remember is an important part of our history is that this was a coronation city in Austria-Hungarian Empire. It was altogether about 11 kings and 8 queens, including Maria Theresia, who were crowned in the St. Martin's Cathedral. It is this beautiful cathedral over here. Let's have a closer look at this cathedral. And when moving in these days, it is really difficult what to actually select. And I decided again to select something which may be the easiest information to remember. So thanks to Volkswagen Slovakia factory, we have a production of many cars in Bratislava, and you can see cars every day in all the cities all around the world. So this is why it might be easy to remember. So Škoda Superb, Volkswagen Passat, but also Volkswagen Touareg and Audi Q7 and Porsche Cayenne. All these cars are made in Bratislava, and some of them, these 3, are made in Bratislava exclusively. So there is no other place in the world to produce these cars. So whenever you see these cars in the streets, you can remember our city. Okay, maybe more important is that we are very close to Vienna, and it is the river Danube, which connects us. And yeah, some people call Bratislava and Vienna twin cities because these are the closest capital cities in the world. Okay, there is no other situation in the world you would have 2 capital cities of 2 different countries so close to each other. It is about 40 minutes to drive, and there is a beautiful connection through the river Danube, which is provided by the company Twin City Liner. And this takes us to the river itself. So this is the river Danube. It is a magnificent river which starts here in Germany, in Western Germany, flows through Europe up to the Black Sea. At this place, which is Devin Gate, these are the ruins of the Devin Castle, very historical place too. And this is the river Morava and the river Danube. And this is the place where the Danube enters Slovakia. So the Danube is the second largest river in Europe, and the total length is 2,850 kilometers, and it flows through these 10 countries. The drainage, the basin of the Danube covers 17 European countries, which means that it is a very important river from an international point of view. Okay, so if you look at the picture of the Danube in the past, for example, 16th century, we can see that in Bratislava it was a river, beautiful natural river with many side arms, and the flow of the river has been changing over years, depending on the discharge and other conditions. If we try to have a picture of Bratislava from the same perspective as this one, as this picture, it is something like this, and we can see that it is not a network of channels any longer. It is one main channel. Another view from the aerial perspective. This is in the past and this is now. So you can see here that it is not a network of channels, but mainly one single channel. There is one sidearm over here, but this has simply changed. And this is the result of the process of regulation of the river. It is Martin who will talk about in more detail. And what is also important is that the river is, this is the submontane zone of the river. So even if it is very huge, it is still a submontane zone, which means that the current velocity is normally up to 13 kilometers per hour. And during higher discharges, it is even higher. And the mean annual discharge is about 2,000 cubic meters per second. So it is really a huge river concerning European scales. Okay, despite of the massive regulation and channelization of the river, we still have some pieces of the bank, some stretches of the bank, which are pretty natural. And as you can see here, for example, people use the banks for recreation. And you can see this is a very, very nice old natural forest. And this is just a few minutes from the city center of Bratislava. And this is how it looks like on the bank. Old trees and very natural. So this takes us to the last important thing I'd like to introduce you, and it is the biodiversity. I mean the natural resources of the Danube. And I will actually take the information from the Joint Danube surveys. This year we had Joint Danube Survey 5, but we don't have the results yet. So I will talk about the results from Joint Danube Survey 4. The Joint Danube surveys take place every 6 years, and it is the largest scientific riverine expedition in the world. So let's talk briefly about the Danube biodiversity. This is about the Joint Danube survey. So you can see that it is a scientific expedition that takes samples from Germany up to the Black Sea, and all of the aspects of the Danube are investigated, like the hydromorphology, but also chemistry, microbiology, etc. Concerning the biological elements, you can see these 7 elements that are monitored, and all of this information is, of course, to get the overall picture about the ecological and chemical status of the Danube. So I'll repeat that it is every 6 years, and this year we had Joint Danube Survey 5. So it means that now we have a nice time series of data, and we can actually know what is the picture, what is the quality of the river overall. So concerning the Danube biodiversity, we don't have time enough to describe everything. So I have just selected a few beautiful pictures. So these creatures do live in the Danube. They are from the biological elements I mentioned before. Maybe this creature is worth to be mentioned, because this is a mayfly. This is an endemic species of mayfly, which lives only on the Danube and the Tisa River. Mayflies are known for their ephemeric life. The scientific name is Ephemeroptera, and it is because they live their whole life as larvae, and one day they hatch and they emerge from the water. They become adult, and during one day only, they have to find a partner, reproduce, and they die. So the mystical thing is that they do it all together at once, and this is a sort of a mystery for biology. How do they synchronize so perfectly and concentrate to one day only? And when the day comes, it is really spectacular, because this is our boat, which is covered with the adult mayflies during the day of hatching. Anyway, maybe the most exciting part of the Danube biodiversity are fishes. And indeed, the Danube contains the highest species richness of fishes among all European rivers. It is more than 100 species of fishes you can find in the Danube, which is really a massive number, and there is no other river in Europe that could be like that. This is including one really spectacular species, and it is the giant sturgeon, which is a huge river, a huge fish. It is one of the largest fishes in the world ever, because it can, well, in the past, it could reach the length of 7 meters and more, and 1.5 tons. Today, unfortunately, it is a critically endangered species. And this giant sturgeon is very important for the Danube in Bratislava because it was actually in Bratislava where this migratory species was reproducing, Bratislava and Vienna. And this is actually a painting on the pavement to actually illustrate how big the fish is, because the fish of this size was recorded in Bratislava. We have official records of the fishermen and of the authorities. And it was just less than 100 years ago the fish still migrated into these parts of the Danube. So it is not such a long time ago. And because of the dams which are at the Serbian and the Romanian part of the Danube, they cannot migrate any longer. Okay, so another important thing about the biodiversity is that even in the Bratislava section of the Danube, there are more than 60 species of fish, and 19 of them are protected by the European Habitats Directive, known as Natura 2000. Okay, and this is all from my side. So this is Bratislava and Danube. And now I'd like to pass my word to Martin so that he tells you something about our plans, how to use the beauty of the Danube and the natural resources for the recreational potential, etc. Martin, I'm passing the word to you.
Thank you very much, Vlado, for introduction of the Danube. Bratislava, beside its very valuable nature, it's the Danube in Bratislava is very valuable for recreation as well. So these are the pictures from history of recreational use. The 18th and 19th century. The pictures below are from boating activities from 1862, foundation of first boating club in Bratislava. So the 19th century, this picture already shows situation from 20th century. The left bottom picture shows natural beach called Lido, very close to the city center, very popular in the summer days for Bratislava citizens. Today, however, situation is different, but and as Vlado said, that the river regulations and some of them improper from today's knowledge perspective changed the character of the river, but still it is it preserves valuable places both for nature and biodiversity and for recreational as well. You can see the green corridor along the Danube, and which gets wider downstream of the city. So today still it is used for kayaking or other forms of boating, bathing, swimming. The picture from the on the right bottom shows people cross swimming the Danube in the summer. And now we go to our ambitions, the Bratislava Danube Park. So the Bratislava Danube Park vision and idea defines the corridor along the Danube on the length of 28 kilometers. as Bratislava Danube Park with its green areas, and it connects places with different use and activities into one integrated, unique natural and social public space. So the idea is to, there are a lot of places which are already used for recreation, but the idea of Bratislava Danube Park is to connect them, to provide more access for the public into the natural areas and along the Danube, and to allow people to enter river on nice, attractive places pleasantly and safely. So to achieve that, we plan to restore the Danube River with the river restorations on selected places, and to create some paths on the shore. So the river part, the river restorations, consists of extensive restoration of natural banks. As we see on this picture, a lot of banks now protected by heavy stones are proposed to be restored into natural conditions. And 3 side branches are proposed for restoration as well. So on this picture, we see that the proposed restoration measures are along the river stretch of Bratislava on both banks, and some of them, the red lines are the restoration of the banks, while here in the floodplains on right-hand side floodplain, there are proposed reconnections of the side branches with the main channel. There are these red lines indicating the parts which need to be excavated again, and the side arms to be reconnected with the main river. So now I would mention the steps which lead towards the implementation of the vision, and a lot of these steps we implemented or completed already. So in 2018, we created a team of independent experts as a initiative from bottom of initiative of citizens and experts. I will talk about that a little bit later. It was in 2018 we worked on introductory study, and we discussed and consulted with institutions and stakeholders, and then presented it to the municipality committees. Created was a memorandum on protection and restoration of Danube River in Bratislava, which was signed by a large number of important stakeholders, including river operators, Ministry of Environment, and municipality as well. It was checked that the idea of Bratislava Danube Park complies with the land development plan, but some local changes were necessary. It was achieved already. The river restoration measures were implemented in water management policy concept and in river basin management plan. And the design documentation for these river restorations were already created in the frame of a recovery and resilience plan of European Union, and now it's in permitting process, which is in progress. These are the steps which we need to fulfill in the future, which is the preparation of the project and basically finding proper financial grant schemes. It is very likely to happen that in the 2026, in the first half of the year, like pilot natural bank restoration will take place and will be constructed. We hope that it will be successful. And we need to put in place coordinated management, maintenance, and restoration of the whole area. This is the original team from 2018, consisting of experts of different fields, including architecture and urban planning, biology and river ecology, and river engineering. And we have also one art expert in painting and drawing. And this is the picture from signing of the memorandum on protection and restoration of the Danube River in Bratislava, signed by Minister of Environment in 2021. You can see the minister is in the suit with tie. The rest is the people from our team. In 2023, this independent team transformed into our NGO, means non-governmental organization. So it's we are a legal entity of called Association of Citizens, the form of the legal entity. And when we started up this bottom-up approach in 2018, it was like a social innovation and kind of underground, because the fact that some independent group of citizens proposed very extensive river restoration was unusual, and it was literally underground. However, I would like to point out it was not a risk because we knew the already implemented examples from abroad, and our professional knowledge as well as European legislation told us that it's not only possible but even necessary. And today it is already mainstream, and it's going through the official channels of the state and municipality. But mainstreaming, it's part of the mainstream, does not mean that the institutions are ready for such process, though. And we would like to end our presentation by several pictures. This one is from a relict of one of the side branches, side arms, which is proposed for reconnection. Only about 150 meters were preserved, while more than 1 kilometer length of this original branch or the arm were deteriorated and damaged, and even it does not exist. So it's already designed to be again reconnected with the Danube. And in the background, you can see Bratislava Castle and some high buildings from the Bratislava downtown. This is located only about 3 kilometers from the Bratislava center, so it's easy to get there by walking or cycling or by boat. And in fact, it's a like small natural protected area. There are about 4 of them on this section of the Danube. In Bratislava are 4 local small-scale protected areas, and this is yet another view on the main Danube River channel, but you can see here the features of natural gravel bars and islands created in the last years. So the dynamic, river dynamics is still there. We would like to support it by restoration measures. Maybe I did not mention, but this section of the Danube is already slowed down by impoundment of the reservoir of hydraulic hydropower scheme Gabčíkovo. So we would like to thank you for attention, and it's place for questions and for discussion. Maybe I don't know if someone from our team wants to add a little bit more. Vlado, would you like to add something, or we can go to discussion?
Thank you very much, Martin. I think there is not so much to add at this moment. Maybe just one sentence. I called our team when we met first time in 2018 that we are street boys, because we were really people who did not know each other at that time, not all of us. And it was Martin actually who put us together. And this group of street boys actually progressed to this point that we have the NGO, and we are a serious partner for the Ministry of Environment and for the municipality, etc. And it looks like that our dream may become true soon. Thank you. And thank you very much for the opportunity to present our ideas. It was great for us. Thank you again, and we are looking forward to our further collaboration.
There will be many more opportunities. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.